This is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel, and this is day 12 of the Grenadier 15,000 mile cross country trek. This is going to not be a sightseeing day, but it's going to be a Grenadier day, and tomorrow also. So I am in Springville, Utah at, if you can see it up there, Life Elevated Trailers. And what I'm going to do today is, I've got a gooseneck trailer, but I want a smaller trailer that I can pull with the Grenadier. And so I'm going to, I found these guys on the internet. They do a bunch of YouTube videos, really educate people about trailers and about what you can use. And I was coming through Salt Lake anyway. And you know, there you can see their lot. He's pulling that trailer around for me right now. So I'm going to hook this trailer up, which I think is about 2,200 pounds. I'll find out in a second. And we're going to see what kind of, how well the Grenadier handles it. And then I'm going to take it from there. So I'm looking at it as 16 or 18 foot, all aluminum. And we'll see what happens. And tomorrow, depending on what happens today, this may be a day's worth, or may add in tomorrow, which is when I'm going to Warner Ineos and get the oil changed and the windshield replaced and all that stuff. So anyway, this is a Grenadier kind of day. Okay, so we're actually lowering this, I think it's a 16-foot trailer, onto the Grenadier as we speak. And wow, I didn't see any movement whatsoever in the Grenadier when that trailer got put on. Now it looks like maybe it's, leaning down a little bit. Now maybe you can adjust that with the height of the ball or whatever, I'm not sure. But with this roughly 2,200 pound trailer and roughly 300 pounds of tongue weight, I saw no movement with the Grenadier at all. Now one thing I got to figure out is about the electronic braking. So we're going to try to figure that out and see if the Grenadier's already got what it needs, or if I need to buy some kind of aftermarket brake gain device. Listen, I'm not here to sell trailers or sell Life Elevated trailer or whatever, but I just thought I'd give you, and I found these guys on the internet, again, very impressed with what I've seen, and they got a huge lot, a lot of different variety of trailers and whatnot, but sport related. So that's their thing, is sport, and then obviously you see those over there, cattle related and whatnot. So he did say that, and I agree, that hitch ball is too low, and I would need to get one probably that's straight out. Because if you see, that's a 3-4 inch drop down, and it needs to be probably straight out to get that at the right angle. So from what we could tell, I drove it around a little bit, hit the brake a couple times, and it did not appear that the brakes actuated. So when I go to Warner Ineos tomorrow, I'm going to ask them about that, because this has got a 7-prong plug. The question is, does it have electrical brake connections already, or am I going to have to get an aftermarket? By the way, I wasn't 100% sure what 16 feet means, but it means 16 feet to right there. Plus you got 3 feet in the nose, plus you got another 3 feet on the hitch. Now you can shrink that tongue down, but because of the tire, I want that length of tongue on there. So even though it's a 16-foot trailer, it's a 22-foot total length, and that's really about all I want. Guys, I just wanted to see it stand alone by itself now and again. That's 16 feet. And I don't remember exactly how long the Grenadier is, but we'll put that measurement on the screen. It's, well, again, this total trailer is 22 feet. But, so it's obviously going to be longer than the Grenadier itself. But I wanted to give you a picture of, you know, just in your mind of what the size of the trailer is. Okay, so today's turning into a sightseeing day after all. I am entering the Uinta, I believe is how you pronounce that, national forest. I am on Kyve, Kyhv road heading to Kyve Overlook. I believe that is the Great Salt Lake in the distance. I don't know what else it would be. We'll see. If it's not, it's some lake outside of Provo. Anyway, yeah, I'm outside of Provo, Utah. You see in a very pretty area. Anyway, by the way, I found out, back to the trailer for a second, Life Elevated trailers, they were great so far, by the way. So I've got a trailer spec'd out, and we're gonna see how that all works out. But I did call, the brakes on the trailer did not work, just connecting the 7-prong plug to the back of the Grenadier. So I called Warner Ineos, and they said, yeah, you've got the connection, but you don't have a controller for the electric brakes. They can install it, so I'm gonna get that installed tomorrow also. So anyhow, that's where I stand on the trailer, and I'll obviously tell you about Warner Ineos tomorrow after I get all the service work done. But I decided, since I've got a little bit of time, and by the way, I'm getting rained on if you can't see it, I'd see what Cave Point is all about, and there's a place called Bridal Veil Falls here, so I'm going to take a look at that too, and I'm going to try to shoot some drone footage if this silly rain will stop. Okay, I'm at the Kyve or Kiev or whatever, Kyhv Overlook. That is Utah Lake. It is not the Great Salt Lake. May get some of that later, but a pretty spot. Unfortunately, again, it's raining. I'm going to head to this Bridal Veil Falls and see if I can get some drone footage, because that'll be a lot better than staying up here and getting rained on. Okay, so I got the Bridal Veil Falls, and again, I'm right outside of Provo, or Spanish Forks, Utah. Pretty place. Give you the quick obligatory 360. Rocky Mountains in the distance. Oh, if you look right there, there's some snow up there. So anyhow, pretty popular place here. And again, I'll give you one more view. I'd say that's 400, 500 feet, maybe something like that. I'm going to try to shoot some drone footage right here. And because there's not too many cars around, people are walking over there, and you got to go to a different place to walk up there. And so we'll see what we get. Okay, was able to insert a little, not great, but passable drone footage of Bridal Veil Falls. I mean, it really is very pretty, and again, I love the rock and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna call this, I mean, short day, we're gonna call this the end of day 12. Tomorrow, again, I will be at Warner Ineos, and that's going to be mostly a quote-unquote business video, what they do, how'd it go, you know, that kind of thing, and showing you what they did. So heading to, for those that are interested in the trip part of it, heading to Grand Teton and Yellowstone in a couple of days, so I'll be showing that in the next few weeks. But today I wanted to talk about the potential of this thing pulling a trailer, what I was looking at, what gizmos I might need, and then obviously I threw this in. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm going to try to go to a Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives tonight, so I may add that to it. Okay, so we are at the Red Iguana. I've heard of blue iguanas before, but I mean, it is straight up 5 o'clock and this parking lot is packed. So we're going to make the assumption that that's a good sign and see what old Red Iguana is all about. It's a cool looking old building. Obviously been here for a long time. It's Mexican food. Killer, there it is. Red Iguana Killer Mexican food. So let's hope I don't get killed in the process. But looking forward to this, see what it's all about. And again, it's 5 o'clock. Parking lot's packed, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. Red Iguana. And this was, again, on the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. So there's the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives sign over there. And then here's dinner. I ordered the Red Iguana, which is some combo plate. I also got, it's got a bunch of different stuff on it. Cheese enchilada, taco, chalupa, chili relleno, I think. And I ordered this queso that has special fat chips on it or whatever. Also, you know, I know I've said several times I don't drink much, but I decided to order a margarita just because this seems like a really good place, and I thought I'd see what it was like. So, okay, so again, cheese enchilada was fantastic. Beef taco was very good. Chalupa was good. Chili relleno, not a big chili relleno fan, but that one was good. I think that's a flauta, I'm not exactly sure, but it was good. Rice and beans were good. The queso and special chips were good. Even though I'm not a drinker, the margarita was good. So really, really, really good food. I like Mexican food, and this was good Mexican food. I'm going to have some fried ice cream in a minute. By the way, they gave you lots of food. I think this was $20, so pretty cheap too. Okay, here, so here's the fried ice cream. I haven't had too much fried ice cream in my life. What I have had wasn't prepared like this, so I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm leaving the Red Iguana Killer Mexican food. You see it's pretty packed outside now. Again, I got there about 5:15, and the parking lot's more full than it was. You know, I grew up in Texas, eating lots of Mexican food in my life, and that was very, very, very good. So highly recommend the blue or Red Iguana. All right, so that's the end of day 12. Tomorrow again, I'm getting the work done at Warner Ineos, and we'll report on that. And they're supposed to give me a loaner, by the way, hopefully a loaner Grenadier. I'm sure it will be, so I'll get to see what that's all about. All right, see you tomorrow.